larger book. Plus, I wanted to have a picture of every cake, and I did not get a picture of every cake in the initial one. But in this one, we had just about 99% of the cakes that was pictured.
I'm gonna do something that's gonna the audio engineer is gonna be upset about. I'm gonna drop this book on the table. I mean, that's a book. It's a brick of a book. Talk about some of the other newer things. Bleached cake flour, part of the find. Younger laying hens reduce the proportion of yolk to white. These little details matter.
Really, more than people would imagine. And it took a long time to find out why the yolks are smaller. Everybody's noticing this. And it was finally somebody who had raised chickens at home. He said, oh, industry is using the younger laying hens because they are less expensive. But the thing is that egg yolks are what they call emulsifiers. They don't just get beautiful color and flavor, but they also mix other ingredients more evenly, so you get a finer crumb. And you can really see the difference when instead of getting 6 yolks that it calls for, you're really only getting 4. You know, so this is why we give people the instructions if you're using whole eggs, either separate and weigh or at least measure the yolks and the white.
Some crosswalks and wait for the walk signal. Stay alert.
Or during the McCarthy presser. And it just brings together 2 things I wanted to talk about with you. What did we learn from the McCarthy presser? And
were you distracted?
Yesterday you said you had lots of thoughts about tours.
Yeah, I sure did. As a matter of fact, I walked through one trying to get here, and one of the tour guys said something, and I said, hey, don't distract me. I'm trying to concentrate. And I got a big laugh, so I think the people on the tours understood what my humor was trying to be, as a matter of fact. From the press conference, by the way, so it sounds like Mike is still rehabbing today. So this is the padded practice, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't bode well.
No.
Deron Bland was going to rehab, and they were going to try to get him into some reps in practice, so that remains iffy. I think the encouraging one might be Eric Kendricks. They listed him as limited, and he basically said we're hoping to get him a little bit more work today than he got yesterday. So that's kind of a step in the right direction.
Sorry, Mick, can you take me back on what happened with the setback with Bland? Because when we got to Friday a couple weeks ago, it seemed like, oh yeah, it looks like he's gonna play. Like
so he practiced. Yeah, he practiced Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday's a padded practice, and basically, and you don't have to. I guess since they started his 21-day practice period, he gets listed, I think, on the injury report, even though he's not on the 53, right? And he practiced pretty fully those 2 days, and then Friday, when they had the walkthrough, he didn't participate, and it was like, well, his foot got sore.
Okay.
And they said, okay, we need to back off. And I don't know that it cleared up on Saturday, so they, ruled him out of the game. And I think that if you think about coming back from foot surgically repaired, the fractured 5th metatarsal, at some point when you get back to doing a lot more than you had, it's going to get sore. And so they decided not to push it. So he's had last week to rehab, and I don't know if it's still sore or not. The unfortunate injury from yesterday was John Stevens, the tight end.
That's tough. Yeah, so he's out for the year. Is that that is a shame.
It's just awful. After you rehab your torn ACL, and then you come back, and the press conference that they were, after the bye this week, they were going to try and give him more, and that happens, and he was carted off, and I could see, he looked like he was in pretty good pain, so, and probably mental pain too.
That is a shame.
What he had, so that was unfortunate.
Now, Mike.
Yes, go back to your original question.
Yeah, well, if you have more thoughts about tours, I'm here for it. But also, Micah Parsons said something. I know we were talking about whether or not he would play this weekend, but this is something I feel like a lot of fans have felt for a while. He would like to see the Cowboys mentality going forward of kind of be like step on people's necks when you've got them down. Is that a fair assessment that you would like to see, like maybe a little bit more killer instinct, not just like in these last couple of games, but just in general from the Cowboys team?
Well, you got to get them down first.
That has been a detriment this year for sure.
I mean, if you look at the 3 games they lost, they really weren't in them.
That's true.
The only score that looks like they were in them was scoring in the fourth quarter against Baltimore to make it 28-25, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they were kind of one stop away from getting the ball back with a chance to, either tie or win. But they started they were down 28, I don't know, 6 or something.
Yeah, it was
like
probably
that.
3 or 6,
Yeah,
seeing as how
something
the season has gone.
So yeah, it's good if you got somebody down to step on their neck, but you got to get them down first. So
Yeah.
that's been a problem. The games that they basically 2 of the 3 they led in, right, and then came from behind and showed what we're talking about after.
What's going
Pittsburgh,
on?
call this team the resilient. They got grit. They're
What happened to
tough.
you today?
They were able to come back and score 2 touchdowns to come from behind twice to win the game, and then Detroit happened, right?
Yeah.
So really, if you think about it, the loss to Detroit has kind of colored the 3-3, right? It doesn't look as good as 3-3 when you get beat that bad. You can pass
The
off
Saints game. The Saints game kind of feels
yeah,
that
you
way
can
too.
pass that one off as okay. Sometimes that stuff happens, right? But the Detroit one sticks. And then, when you still have not forgotten what happened in the playoff game with Green Bay, then I think it kind of multiplies the negativity that's on the outside of this team. And, McCarthy basically, he was asked, how do you deal with the players focusing with so much negativity? And, he jumped right in and said there was no negativity inside this room. We're a team that's improving, trying to get better, and no one's sitting there bemoaning, well, we can't focus because, we're not a good team and we're throwing in the towel. And that's not the case, he pointed out. So, and we're about to see, right, these next 5 games?
Yes.
It's like a gauntlet, isn't it?
It is. I have a question about something that you just said. I'm just curious your opinion on this. Sometimes do you think truthfulness or reality gets misconstrued as negativity? Like, sometimes I think people just saying what has actually happened thus far gets misconstrued as negativity. I'm not saying negativity doesn't exist. It most definitely does. Sometimes I think people classify that incorrectly.
Yeah, and here's the other thing on that. I think sometimes from the outside,
Stop
negativity
painting my phone
gets
black. I
confused
thought it
with
was faster.
objectivity.
Okay.
But
Like
now
if
it's
I'm
still
negative,
dead.
I'm being objective.
Yeah.
But if you're if
I don't know
if
if that's a
it's
sense
false
of humor
negative,
or what.
are you being right? The idea of objectivity is to be right, not just to bash the bash for sake and say, see, I'm not on board there. I'm objective because this is bad. Well, okay, if it's bad, it's bad, but make sure you're right when
Sure.
you're saying it's bad. And I've always said that. I think that gets confused out there in this day and age, by the way. Not against any of you guys that are.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, even if it was against us, we've heard stuff like that over the last
right.
week or so.
Yeah, you got take the good with the bad, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we all go through that in this business, and you just can't have hard feelings. You just got to do the job.
Yes, exactly.
Mickey, we get to talk to Jerry for the first time in 2 weeks tomorrow. What would be the question
Are
that
you
you
walking
suggest?
on thin ice or what?
I don't think we are. I think we're fine.
To your point, Mickey, this is far from the first time Corey or I have been yelled at in the media world. So,
Hey, it's part of.
I'm
the
a
business.
realtor.
Exactly.
I live in Texas.
Do you have
So
any,
what- go
any
ahead.
questions you want me to give? I mean, I can help you with the story. We'll throw it out there.
No, you know what? I think one of the key questions, and he's kind of alluded to it with, it's 3-3. maybe ask them, do you think, you know, you paid somewhat of a price for going young and counting on so many young players so far, and do you see improvement along the way? Because, you know, the price of playing so many young, inexperienced guys is you're probably going to struggle some. There's going to be growing pains.
That's a good question.
But the deal is, I got to come out of this having improved as you go along, especially when there's still 11 games remaining. It's a whole college season left, right?
I like that question unless he doesn't like it, and then I'm gonna name drop you.
Well,
Mick.
Well, Mickey said, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that. But that's what Mickey
Well,
told
there
me.
was, what, no, did you guys, was it you guys, I can't remember, you relayed a question from Brian Broaddus?
We've done that. We've done that.
Yeah.
Yep, you sure
And
can.
he told you, go tell him to go back and look at film, right?
He gets
You want to? I don't know if you want to buy a home without seeing it. That might not be a good idea. You might want to see the
And
home.
by the way,
So you probably would have to make a trip.
it's 90-some degrees outside.
But that's your case without buying a home without seeing it.
It's
not a bad idea.
I mean, there were guys yesterday.
Yeah, it can be
I think
done.
He got to 93. They had to go get an IV after practice.
It's October. What
I
the
know.
hell?
They might have to mail you all the
And that's,
the,
I think that's
closing stuff.
That's what one of the players told me. He goes, it's October, and it's 93 degrees. What's the deal?
Welcome to Texas.
Like, where do you want to buy a home at? Number one, you gotta. I mean, I'm in Texas. I'm in Tarrant County, so wherever you want to buy a home at, you gotta reach out to a person in that area,
Yeah, get cut off there.
and then they'll get with the title company, and y'all can do it that way.
Strictly for clock reasons, not for global warming reasons.
Yeah, just gotta reach out to an agent. What country you're coming? What country you're coming from?
We'll catch you with the game. There you go. Alcor right here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Biggie Spagnola right here on the internet. If you didn't know, that's true. Right here on 105.3 The Fan. You can also check his stuff out on DallasCowboys.com. Coming up next, your official.
Or you could get someone to be your POA, send them the money, do a POA, and then they can buy the property for you.
Next on The Fan.
But they have to have a power of attorney to do that for you.
Giving you baseball nuggets you won't find anywhere else.
If you're buying cash, that's even better.
Majors at Southpaw Mike Bassett.
That way you can bypass a lot of the other
Presented by Comerica.
normal stuff.
Corey, by now you know the deal. It was 2 days until the Friday.
It's not weird.
football
It
feast.
happens all the time, actually.
Peel off that day of calendar.
You just gotta give
You're
up,
down
you know,
to
to
one
do a
day
power of attorney.
until the Friday
If it's a
football
cash
feast.
deal,
Buffalo Wild Wings
but you're not gonna get much for 200,000.
Both the KNC Masterpiece
So,
and
yeah.
the G-Bag Nation back-to-back broadcasts, giveaways, G-Bag play. What else do you need?
You gotta come here yourself. You don't trust nobody.
Ticket giveaways and Cowboys merch giveaways. So I'm talking about hats, shirts, jerseys, all sorts of stuff courtesy of Miller Lite. And then Miller Lite has some sweet glasses they've been bringing out.
That is true.
Really cool to get some of these things that Miller Lite's been hooking us up with. And you got $4 Miller Lite and Fours Lights while we're there, having a good time at Buffalo Wild Wings. Plus, don't forget about all the sauces and rubs that you can choose from. 26 of them. Try them
It's
all
probably on
while
lunch
you're sitting
break,
there with
right?
us during the day. Grand Prairie, 2315 I-20. We'll see you there.
Yep. My Instagram is North Texas RE.
Teachers have not done a good job of communicating what's going on
North
with
Texas RE. I don't know why you want to. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you just say you don't. You're gonna come here and get it
It
done.
was a big ESPN game last night. It was a dud. The league has tried, but it still has no way to compel the stars to actually show up. I'm Andrew Burlock.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of
Yep.
excuses can get in the
My
way.
Instagram
But
is
ask yourself
North,
this, if
like
something
going
happened
north,
to me, who would be the one
Texas,
to
where I
protect
live,
me?
Texas.
Then forget the excuses
RE.
and check out Ethos Life.
The letter
Online
R
easy way to get life insurance
and the
in
letter
10 minutes.
E,
Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a
capitalized.
$500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old water. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have
Yes.
skin too. Old Spice
That is it.
Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Which I capitalized the N and the T. So I capitalized North, just the N and Texas, and I capitalized the RE. But it should still take you there. Yeah, I think I have a. I can't remember my profile actually. I think I got a hat on. I got a hat on. I got a suit on as well.
That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Sam Zimmer here with Zimmer Kubota. For over 40 years, my family has provided DFW residents with sales, parts, service, and rental equipment for yards, property, and projects. We offer our customers quality Kubota products and personalized service. Whether you are looking for a zero-turn mower, tractor, hay equipment, RTV, or construction equipment, you'll find the product you need from our full line of quality Kubota products. Zimmer Kubota, we look forward to the next 40 years. Go to zktractor.com, our mobile app, or visit one of our 6 stores.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. As a business owner in today's economy, it's your job to anticipate constant market changes. But what do you do in the event of a divorce? Your assets and finances are scrutinized. Years of hard work building a business are on the line. This is not business as usual. You need an experienced partner you can count on for help. We're Cordell & Cordell. Offices in Dallas, Fort Worth, and St. Louis. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Dallas, Fort Worth area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, principal partner. CordellCordell.com.
Everywhere you look, things
Oh.
are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Hey, at Total Wine & More, you'll love what you find this Halloween.
Thirsty.
Oh, hey Frankenstein, did you enjoy that Cabernet?
Oh, good. What margarita?
Well, all the villagers are raving about this tequila.
Ooh,
And we have it at the lowest price in town.
economical.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Window Nation is offering an amazing deal. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and pay nothing for 2 years. Plus, you'll receive a Dallas Cowboys jersey with a chance to win tickets to a game. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com/Cowboys.
Hey, Tolos, you have new friends in the car business. That's Matt Lero and Mark Welch over at Hiley Mazda of Hearst and Hiley Mazda of Arlington. Why are they your new friends? Well, how about 0% APR for up to 60 months on all remaining 2024 Mazda models, excluding the Mazda